Hello friends, I'm Nancy Thompson and it's time for some creative ink. Time to get inspired. So you're going to go into your crafting area and create. Create so you can share all your creations with others and make their day with it, because you know what it's like when you get happy mail from somebody else, how it makes you feel. So come on in, say hello. If you're new to my channel, let me know, because I welcome you. I welcome you every Friday at 3 p.m.-ish. And also on Wednesdays at 3 p.m., either here or on YouTube. I stream to both on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. So come on in. We always, Wednesdays is kind of like a simple, easy type creation. And then on Fridays, it's a little bit, I try to make it a little more technique-y. Lots of times it's a fun fold. And today I have one that it's been a while since I have shared this, so I think you're going to fun. It's a nice, fun surprise inside a card. So, and it is so easy to make, okay? Let's see. So, I welcome you. And plus, we're going to make a little fun treat holder, little treat box today. Look at this cute little thing right here. So we're going to start with that first. We're going to do a little technique because I want to share the glass mat with you some more, because it's a great value that's added as a bonus thing to our starter kit when you join as a demonstrator. It's a $60 value, and I got to grab a few things for it. So it's a great little bonus thing, and it is kind of fun to use this mat, okay? So let's say hello. Hi, Carol and Colleen and Donna. Welcome. Oh, Colleen, I wish I had been creating all day. I have not. I don't know what I've been doing. I got some dinner ready for the weekend, some stuff in the crock pot, and yeah, just a variety of stuff. I've been busy. So anyways, let's get started, because I have a lot to share with you and you're not going to want to miss any of it. So we're going to start with our box. So let's look at our glass mat again in case you haven't seen it. It's roughly about, I don't know, 13 by 17, and there's an awesome grid on it too. And it's great if you want to do blending on it, so technique-y stuff, and it protects your work surface, okay? And it comes with this silicone mat here that's great to hold your ink pad in it to not move around. It's also great to use for different techniques. And you can use this. This is meant to hold like ink spots, or even just do some watercoloring, so you can have some different colors. Now, just keep in mind, if you use it to add ink in it, it will not stay white, okay? Because it will absorb the colors, and it washes away. So it's just kind of a neat little fun thing. And then it also comes with the little nice chamois. And I would love for these chamois to be sold in our catalog. So maybe they will add these in, because these are great. It's just a nice, soft, and thin chamois. That's great. It's great for cleaning up your glass area, okay? Let me just make sure. I gotta grab a paper. Another little, want to make sure I got a dry surface here, okay? I always keep one of these. It's just like a microfiber cloth, and I use this to clean my blocks. And it's important to clean your blocks too. So I usually just squirt, this one's dirty, hand sanitizer on it, and I use my microfiber cloth and then just clean off all that residue, so I've got sparkly blocks again. Some people throw them in the dishwasher, but I don't think it gets off that glue adhesive residue for some reason. And then you got sparkly blocks again, and they're sure to stick. So, hi Gail, welcome, and Kathy, welcome. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit coloring. So if you're using like blends, and you happen to get some blends on here, then you're going to want to use, blends are not going to wipe up with plain water. You're going to need to use alcohol, like your either like spritz some alcohol on it and wipe it up, or you could use your hand sanitizer and then wipe it up as well. So I kind of have pre-colored some of my images here, because we don't need to spend all day yakking or watching me color, because you want to get down to the nitty gritty. And I'm using light cherry cobbler to add some color to my flowers here. And I'm trying to just be sporadic. There's no rhyme or reason to add some different definitions to it. I'm just coloring it in solid, and then some of these I might do some highlights as well, and just quickly color it in, okay? And let's see here. Let's do that one, and then let's make this all red. I think I have to start from the center and work my way out, I think is what's the better option here. And I'm just doing it really quick, okay? It's maybe not the best coloring in the world, but it'll get the job done, okay? How many love their blends? And if you have them, do you use them? I don't use them enough. I mean, blends are disposable, so so you do want to, because I do have some that are drying up. Let's see, did I get everything with the dark? Because like my greens, my light greens, this is Old Olive here, and that one I use the most, I think. I think the lighter colors is what you use the most of, at least for myself. Whoops, we got to do this one up here. But they sell them now in packs of 2, so you get a light and a dark. So the key is you want to make sure you put your caps on really, really tight, so so they don't dry up, okay? And we're gonna just blend in some of this light. This is light real red here. So I'm gonna blend this in. So we can get that tone effect on our flowers. So let's do this. Now, I started with a larger piece because it's just for coloring. It's so much easier to start with a larger piece and then cut it down, okay? And we're gonna, so I said we were starting with the treat box. So you might want to grab, while I'm finishing coloring up, pen and paper so you can take some notes, because you just might want to have some fun treats for Valentine's Day, and you can get creating. And we're going to use regular cardstock for the card base. I feel like I need some more color, dark here. Let's add some dark highlights here, and highlights, and let's do that. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, so do we have just a little bit there? Okay, so we're going to pull in my trimmer, which fell on the floor just before we went live. So for this box, I started with roughly a 5-inch tall by 6-inch wide piece, okay? That'll give you an idea what how we're going to break it down, okay? What's in the crock pot? I am making chicken fajitas, Colleen. It's so easy to do. It's just sliced peppers and onions, and then chicken breast and some taco seasoning or fajita seasoning, whichever you prefer. And then you just throw it in the crock pot, and so the key ingredient is lime juice. And it is fabulous, and I love lots of lime juice. So so I've got extra lime, so when it gets done, we can add more to it. It's not Jack's Jack's idea of eating, so it'll be for myself and Mary Pat. We're kind of taking it for a party tomorrow, so I'm working ahead. Okay, so our designer paper needs to be, for this box, yes, what size does it need to be? 1 7/8 inch wide, okay? So we're going to cut it down to 1 7/8 wide. Okay, we're going to do our panels first. We're going to need 2 of those, 1 7/8. Okay, set that aside. And we need them, I'm going to cut them together. We need them 3 3/8 inch tall. So 3 3/8 tall, because there might be enough left. No, there's not. Well, maybe. How wide is that? No, those are 2 scraps. So these are going to be like, you can maybe use it for some scraps on something. I think that's just so pretty with this gold accent. And I totally forgot to tell you what paper this is from. This is the Most Adorned designer paper. And yes, where is it? Let me grab it. And it's in the celebration catalog right here. You can get this paper for free. You can find it on page 9 of the 2024 celebration. And you can see all these beautiful designs right here. I showed them on Wednesday. So one side is like reds and flirty flamingos, and the other side is white and gold. I just tried again this morning. It didn't work out. The blends don't work for you. That is so weird. You're going to have to message me as to what's not working. It's just, if you start with highlights, pretty much the images, Colleen, that you're using, like this isn't a detailed stamp. Do I have one around? We'll come back to that. When you're in a class, we can talk about blends, okay? Okay, so we've got 2 pieces of 1 7/8 by 3 3/8 wide. So we need 2 pieces that are, I need to look at my measurements. 1 3/8. Let's hope I do this right? Let me just double check here. Yes, 1 3/8 wide. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then they need to be 1 7/8 inch tall. So there's 1, and then there's 2. Let's see. All right, so I've got a little bit of scrappies left over that maybe I can use on a card, right? All right, so we'll put those aside, and I think we're, no, we need our trimmer. We need our trimmer yet. So we've got our designer paper all ready for our box. So let's create our box, okay? Let's see. So we're going to start with a piece of real red cardstock that's 2 inches by 10 inches. So it doesn't take a lot to make this box. And then we need 2 side panels, okay? These side panels are 2 inches by 2.5 inches, okay? Oh, it's a really easy recipe, Colleen. So we need 2 of those, okay? So we're going to score these 1/2 inch on both sides, okay? I don't know, maybe I'm not in screenshot here. Let's go this way. So 1/2 inch on both sides. Let's move the cutter out of the way. There's 1. Here's 2, and then here's our final score mark, okay? Now on this one, we are going to score at 4 1/4 inches. So easy to remember, and that's a common score mark, score line to remember. So 4 1/4 on that end, and then flip it, and we do 4 1/4 on this end as well. Okay, isn't that easy? So we've kind of created a little box bottom here, and I think we're all done here, so let's do that. So we've got this little box bottom, and let me grab my bone folder, and we need some tear tape. We're going to make it easy so you guys can see this. So let's grab this, and we want to score on all these score lines, okay? Let's see. And really the chicken fajitas, you can really make it really any size you want. Probably if you have an Instant Pot too, but I don't have one of those. So, okay, we're going to add some tape. I'm going to put it on near the score line, okay? That's where I like to, because you want to make sure that's going to secure. You could use liquid glue as well, okay? Or your seal, whichever one, but I'm just using this so you guys can see where the adhesive needs to go. And this box will, you can put a lot of stuff in it, okay? Okay, so before we forget, I almost forgot one of the important parts here. We're going to take the Elegant Edge Tag Topper Punch. It's got this beautiful decorative design to it. So, and it fits this 2-inch width perfectly. So I'm going to just pop it in all the way and just give it a punch. We're going to do both ends. Okay, here we go. And let's get rid of that messy stuff. So it just gives a nice, beautiful design to our topper. Okay, or to our box. Okay, I'm calling it a box. So while we've got this flat, let's adhere our panels. Okay, it'll be a little easier if you do that. So we're gonna just simply put, and this is always important when you're working at home with the blends, is you can kind of see where the blends have bled through the designer paper. So it's always important when you're working to have some scrap paper underneath them so it doesn't bleed through, especially if you're on a good table or, you know, where you don't want anything to wreck it, or you're just coloring on top of something else you didn't really mean to. Okay, that's going to give us a little hint border on there. So let's add this one on here. I love these flowers. They just remind me of roses. I don't know if it's really a rose or what kind of flower it is, but maybe it is. It just is so pretty. Okay, let's do our side panels. Now, if you have directional paper, you want to make sure it's going, you know, in the direction you want. So obviously, you know, this would be the bottom of the box and then the top. So make sure you're thinking about that when you put it on, okay? So who here, does anybody do Valentine treats or give out Valentine's cards for others? So these could possibly, I'm working on classes, cutting classes and getting my list together. I just gotta like finalize this, you know, and then set some dates, which is really hard. Okay, so we're gonna take our tape off, and we are going to, let me show you on this one. So this is gonna get done into here. So this is why it's important to, it just fits in the score marks just fit inside this one right here. Okay, let me just see if I can zoom in a little bit more for you. Okay, there we go. So you can see this part. So I'm gonna just kind of fold this in half and then just kind of take my time and make sure it's level with the box of the side, the box side, and then it doesn't go past this score mark, so it'll sit level. And then we'll do this other side right here. There we go. And then the other one we're going to do the same way. So so think about, what kind of treats do you think you would put in this little box? I've got a couple ideas for you. So we're going to put this one over there. Make sure that's done. And then it goes together so easy. I made several of these the other night. Oh, rats, I forgot one important step. I was going to add some color on the background, and I totally slipped my mind here today, but I have a sample so you can see the difference. Okay, look at that. Isn't that just so sweet and simple? So what can you put in here? I don't have enough of these, but you could do some Ghirardelli squares, and you could fit 6 of these in here, okay? Or look what's out for Valentine's Days, the Hostess Valentine's Ding Dongs. So these are kind of like heart-shaped type treats, okay? And it perfectly fits into this container. And I made it so it would fit this perfectly here today. All right, so we are going to add some of this gold trim here. What do they call it? Satin edge trim. And we need 12 inches of that to tie a beautiful bow here. Okay, so let's do that. And let's see here. So let's grab that. So the punch creates this little dot. Can you see that little dot there underneath this flower? That's what we're going to run our ribbon through, not this top hole. Okay, we're going to run it through that bottom hole right there. All right. And then, so have your ribbon at a point. It'll make angled. So it goes through that. It'll be easier for you to grab it through that hole. Okay, Carol. Oh, that is wonderful. All right, plus a tool card. Oh, that is great. That sounds like fun. And 16, that is awesome. I'm so happy for you. I'm proud. Okay, so you're going to have to let me know how it goes. Okay, so we're going to just do this in half, and we're going to tie a pretty little bow on this. The gold goes really good. Yeah, I totally forgot blending the background. Okay, so we can get a nice fancy bow here, and we're going to accessorize with some hearts. Okay, let's see. I think we'll trim this just a little bit. Get rid of that scraggly little end that we did. All right, so let's do some hearts. Yes, what hearts am I putting on this? We are going to do, here we go. We're going to just kind of marry these two together. All right, so let's add some liquid glue here. And I always like to kind of put them down so I can envision them. All right. How I want them to look. And then we're going to add some dimensionals. Let's not forget some dimensionals. So let's add some dimensionals, and then we'll add a little greeting on it, and then of course we need to bling it out a little bit, right? Because the gold accents, we got to bring them out just a little bit more. So these hearts are from those Radiating Stitches dies that you can find online in the online store. Okay, you just search for dies and all that stuff will come up. Yeah, this is like, I love this one in the silver ribbon. It is perfect. Okay, so we're gonna also stamp. Here we go. I got a little 1/2 inch scrap. I think it's maybe it's a little wider. It's a little bit wider than 1/2 inch. And I used the word for you somewheres here on my desk. There's Valentine's. Here we go. For you. And I'm trying to remember where I got this from. It's a current set, but I can't remember what one I used it from. I don't remember. It's not on my desk because I've been using it all along. So let's stamp the word for you. Here we go. Ooh, that looks a little muddy. I have another piece here. Hang on. Looks funky. Something's on my stamp. Hang on. We need to clean it. Okay, it's got a blob. All right, that's better. Let's try this again. Let's go this way. All right, so much better. There we go. You could do that, Carol. You could do that. You could definitely put a piece of packing tape on it to make it shiny and glossy, kind of like it was embossed. Yep. You forget about that heart. I know. Thanks, Donna. Okay, so we're going to just make this simple and just angle this. Okay. And let's grab our liquid glue. And let's just add this on there. Just a little bit is all we need. I left the top off too long, so let's get that dried glue away. just a little dab of glue, and we're going to just put this right down here, okay? Isn't that cute little treat holder? But let's add some bling. I love these brushed metallic adhesive dots. The gold in it is just so pretty, and that's what I use the most of. So I have a lot of these other colors that I need to use up. So I need to start figuring out some projects to start using up the greeny, I don't know what color. It doesn't, I wish they had the colors on here, but they don't. Okay, where's my pick? Take your pick tool. I know it's on my desk. So let's grab, we're going to just use the large ones here. So let's just pick it up. Yes, there we go. And let's put one here, and we're just going to do two and one right there. Okay, look at that. Isn't that just adorable? I love it. Okay, let's look at the other ones, designs that I created with. Okay, so we've got this one, and let me buzz it out here. I want to show you the difference. So can you see the difference between these two right here? So this one I blended a little bit of bubble bath ink on the background, and it just gave it that pinky, which I kind of like. Afterwards, I just blended color around with it with my blending brush, and that's why I got the glass mat, so you guys could see that, and I totally forgot that step. Okay, so we got those two. So you don't have to add blends. You can just use the designer paper, okay? And I just did this, cut out some, you know, Flirty Flamingo and basic white hearts. And then this one I embellished with these fun images that are in the Be Mine suite right here with the hearts and the flowers in the different fun colors that coordinate with the Be Mine suite. They're called Hearts and Flowers. Okay. And then here's this one with this design right here. Just fun, simple. So really, they don't have to be geared for Valentine's Day. It could be really for just a fun, you know, friend gift or whatever. Here we've got it with the marbled Flirty Flamingo right there. And here, a black box here with the red hearts. That'd be a great guy one. And then here I want to showcase, here's the marbly designer paper, that's the gold. And this I used the brayer. I brayered ink onto the designer paper. And then you want to make sure you take some type of cloth and wipe over top, because a lot of the ink will stick to this foiling, okay? So, you know, remember to do that. And I probably should, well, I didn't brayer on this, so this should be pretty good. And then this one, I used my blending brush right here to blend some ink onto it with Flirty Flamingo on this one. So I think I like this one too. They're all great. So when I was showcasing the gold side, I used a gold ribbon. And then if it was on the red side, then I used the silver ribbon. So aren't those fun? And then these gems here are from the Blooming Pearl pack, and they have some fun colors with peacock and the gold and maybe petal pink, and they would look fun too. The peacock would be great as well. So fun little pearls, because they're a little bit deeper, so they're great to embellish like this treat thing as well. Okay, so let's get on to a fun card. All right, so hopefully you took down some measurements, okay? Go make yourself a little template like I have here and kind of keep with it. You could even keep one completed one, you know, even if it's like your template, you glue like just right on here adhesive, and keep it with your template, okay? All right, let's clear the decks here, and we're going to make a fun fold. All right, so we're going to start off with, we're going to do a bookbinding card. All right. Okay, I'm glad you like them, Carol. So what we're going to start with is, we're going to start with 4 1/4 real red cardstock by 11 inches, okay? And if you haven't made a bookbinding card, the way to remember this is it's really the measurements of our card bases cut in half, folded in half. So our first measurement is going to be 4 1/4. Okay, that's one of them that you would normally do on a quarter sheet, or you know, when it's hot dog style. And then our next one is 5 1/2. Okay, and that's when it's landscape mode. Okay, hamburger style. So we've got a fold there because that folds our cardstock in half. And then the 4 1/4 is what helps make our bookbinding fold. So let me grab my bone folder and we just burnish these folds here. Okay, we're going to just pull this back and let's fold this, burnish this. Okay. Now, don't go and put adhesive on this quite yet, okay? Because we're going to decorate first. So we're pulling in the red hearts here in basic white. So this is 3 7/8 square. So 3 7/8 on both sides, and then this is a 4-inch square, okay? So we can glue these two together. Look at that beautiful paper. This would be pretty with the blends colored in as well. Okay, let's, my glue's coming out really fast here. Okay, so let's add this. And so we've got that. And then this piece here, because this is 1 1/4 inch wide here from the fold to the edge, to the other fold. So we're going to make this 1 inch here and then by 4 inches. So that way they line up together because this is 4 inches tall. So, and this one's going to be 7/8 of an inch by 3 7/8. I had to think of all these measurements. So, hi Betty, welcome. These boxes are so cute as can be. Thanks, Colleen. They are fun to make, and you can just, I don't know, you could put so much in there, you know. They fit little, I don't know, probably like maybe the fish crackers, I don't know, snack bags of stuff, whether it's gummies or whatever, you know, like, so if you have grandkids or great nieces or something, you know, fun little treats, or just, you know, just some fun treats if your friends are getting together and you want to have some table favors. That is fun. So we've got these two. So let's go and adhere this onto our binding side right here. And this could, maybe you didn't want designer paper, maybe you could add some embossed cardstock as well, which I have a sample to show you. Got lots of samples to show you, okay? So let's do this. This just frames it so well. Because this section right here is 4 1/4 square. So that's why the 4-inch layer, matte layer, and then the designer paper. Okay, isn't that looking good? So now we're going to add some ribbon, okay? So let's pull in my favorite ribbon here. And I have no clue as to what the length is because I just do this. I kind of pre-measure. I just make my loop, make sure I've got a decent tail, and then just put it where I want it to be and bring the other one up and bring this up and then cut it. And that should be plenty for your bow here. So we're going to make a nice pretty bow here. So let's do this. And then this will hide the ribbon on the inside. So that's why I didn't want you to adhere anything too quickly, okay? Okay, so I'm hoping to have a few Valentine cards available for classes. Got some fun bee ones that are great for Valentine's Day. Or some of these might as well. Okay, so let's trim this. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna make a simple card front here. And let me see, I know I have stuff. Okay, here we go. So I've already die cut the word love. Remember we used that on Wednesday? Yes, it is the die set that goes with this month's paper pumpkin kit. Here we go. The Love of Spring dies, okay? Remember it's got the word love, the leaf embellishment, the daffodil, and this really great label. So we're going to use the label and the word love today. And then we have more of these hearts to use because I want you to see the versatility of having that paper pumpkin stuff as well. Okay, so label. Here we go. So we're going to just simply glue our word love onto here, okay? Some of it's going to stick up, so, okay, I've got glue on my finger, so we're going to put just some glue. A lot came out. You don't have to be overzealous. I need to get my little fine tip bottle out. I kind of forget about it. Just kind of moving the glue around and not adding any more. All right, so let's add this onto here. You want to try not to stretch the words, okay? Try to get them to lay down so they look natural. There we go. So that's kind of sticking out of there. So this really wouldn't work great if you were using the adhesive sheets because we've got that sticking out of off the label. So let's get some edging here. Okay, I love using the edgings for this. And let's add a couple here in the center. Okay, so let's just plan this out a little bit. Okay, how do I want my hearts to look? I think kind of like this and like this. Yeah, I think that'll look good. So I think I'm going to just leave that there and just pick this up, get those two glued together. Yeah, that looks good. Let's just double check before it sets up. Okay, that looks good. All right. You're loving the card already. Oh, good, Donna. I don't know. Do you have these? Do you have the radiating stitch dies? They have the other ones, like frames and stuff in it, rectangles. So we're going to put these down flat, okay? Because you could easily make this card, or really you can make this card with anything you've got. If you have like some heart punches or whatever, just, you know, you don't have to have a die cut. You can put whatever greeting you want on here as well. So there's a lot, it could be a birthday card or, you know, just a, hey, sunshine type card as well. Okay, there we go. Now let's add some bling. Let's pull in some, some rhinestones. I'm going to use this as a, because I love rhinestones for this. So let's go with, I love putting the hearts, you know, the rhinestones on the edges of the hearts. So let's do that. And let's put a little itty bitty one right over here because you want to kind of anchor it like in threes, okay? Okay, look at that. Isn't that fun? But remember I talked about a surprise, but we got to glue this first. So we're going to take and we're going to add some tear tape on both sides of the fold, okay? I'm going to put one there. Take your pick tools, Fallen, and we're going to put one over here. So there's a fold here and a fold here. So let's do that right there, okay? Remember to give it a little rub so it helps release that tape backing. Tear tape is great. It's a nice strong adhesive, and you can find these in our annual catalog. And then we're going to just secure that down, and now you've got like a really fun fold so it looks like a book. Isn't that cute? Okay, so what's our fun surprise? So we're going to take a piece of designer paper that's 6 by 6, okay? Now this is the paper that I want on the inside. I don't want the gold showing, okay? Well, you know what? I mean, no, because it'll clash with the white and the silver. So we're going to have this side showing up. So you're simply going to fold it in half, okay? This is kind of like, we used to do explosion albums like this, and we're going to fold it in half the other way. Okay, this is so easy to do. You always start with a square, and you can make these any size. You could go a lot smaller and have some really fun stuff. Okay, so we've got kind of, it's folded this way and then folded this way. Okay, now we're going to take and flip it over, and we're going to just fold it once this way. All right, just only once. All right, so we'll fold it this way. All right, so you want to make sure that, you know, your cutting is accurate. You take your time folding because you should be a nice equal square. All right. Okay, so we're going to open this back up, and you're going to see how it's kind of naturally going to close up. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to close it up like that, and we're going to just burnish these folds right here. Let's just get one down the middle. All right. So I'm going to add some, let me show you what we're going to do. So we're going to go like this. So here's the opening, all right? And it's going to naturally just fit in here. It's going to touch here, and you want to make sure it's not going to go off here and here and here. It's just going to perfectly fit at a diamond shape right here on this inside layer. So we're going to do the bottom one first, okay? So let's add some adhesive. You could do tear tape, but this kind of gives you, using the liquid glue, gives you a little bit of wiggle room, all right? And let's see if we can do this. Make sure we get it on the card. There we go. Okay, can you guys see that? It's so simple to do. You just take your time. Now we're going to put some on this side right here. These are fun. It's just a really nice, fun surprise to the receiver. And then we just fold this over and give it a minute to adhere. Okay. All right, you ready? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Just kind of fun to embellish. Okay, and it just folds right back up. Now it's a little bit thicker. Let me see. Well, we'll see when we're done. I have this handy dandy tool right here that I use to help gauge the thickness. So if I need to add some extra postage to it because it's so thick. Well, we'll check that out when we're done. So let's embellish this. This will kind of fold up a little bit. We're going to take some stylish shape dies here for squares. So I've already cut them, and we're going to use the Happy Valentine's Day. That's from the Be My Valentine's stamp set right here, okay? There's a nice Happy Valentine's Day. I think we're going to leave the other side blank. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe we could add You'll Always Be the One for Me. Maybe we'll add that to the other side. Okay, what do you think? Should we add that one to the other side? So we've got 2 of these squares. So let's stamp Happy Valentine's. So this is going to go in at an angle, all right? So it's going to be a diamond shape again. So you want to make sure that you're stamping at an angle as well, okay? So we've got that, and then let me grab a block down here, all right? And You'll Always Be the One for Me. Let's grab that, and I wish I had grabbed like, here we go, some red ink. Maybe I'll embellish with some red ink. Let's line this up just a little bit. And we'll just stamp this up a little high so there's a little room to put a little message. Okay, there we go. Let's move that and move those out of the way. Okay, so I cut some Flirty Flamingo because I really could have done black. But I did the flirty. I think it'll look okay. It'll brighten it up a little bit. Maybe I should do black. Do I have any black here? I'll do. I think I'm going to change my mind. We're going to do some black. All right, let's just grab the trimmer because this is an easy cut. We just need a 2.5-inch square, okay? We need 2 of those. So 2.5. Because I didn't make one of these ahead of time, so I didn't think about what to layer it with. I think the black will look better than the flirty. Okay, all right. You guys still with me? Okay, good, Colleen. I'm glad you're loving it. All right, so let's do this. Just gives it a nice thin border around. And I'm going to grab my real red ink here because it needs some hearts on it. Okay. Let's grab the Be Mine has these cute little hearts in here. We've got that one and that one. So let's see. Let me pull this off. And thinking just maybe the little ones. I'm going to test this out. Let's grab some scrap in here before I... Okay, good. Let's see, where should I put them? Oh, doesn't that look cute? Look at that. Oh, I love it. Okay, so, yeah, let's just do the little ones over here. I think these will be cute right there. And then maybe we'll go right up here. Okay, I love it. Okay, so there's that. Make sure I'm putting stuff where hopefully it doesn't disconnect my feed. Okay, I got it on my keyboard. I don't want you to go away. So let's add this onto here. And then we're going to put this on the inside. So open this up, and this is going to get in the middle of this panel right here. Look at that. And then this one's going to go opposite. I used to make a ton of explosion cards back in the day. Albums, I guess. Look at that. Isn't that fun? That just really, I'm glad I did the black background. It just makes it sharper. Since we've got the black on the front and there's no other Flirty Flamingo. So, all right. I love it. So let's make our envelope to go with this. So that way we can check to see how it goes through my little handy dandy envelope tool here. Okay, let's get the hearts going in the right direction. There we go. Move my other heart stamp so I don't lose it, because I don't like losing stamps or dies. There we go. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. I love it. Let's put this glue top on. Okay, let's put it in the envelope. And the other handy tool, so we've got it closed and it fits through, but it's a little snug, okay? But also, let's see if it fits the same way with our trimmer. I think our trimmer is a little narrower. Yeah, that's really narrow. The older style trimmer had a little bit wider groove, I think. But supposedly this is accurate size for the post office to make sure that your card isn't too thick. But it feels a little thick to me, so I would probably still add that extra ounce, whatever it is, 13 cents stamp, just to make sure it goes through without a problem. And it's also a way for them to hand cancel it too. Okay, so let me share with you how I would have blended, okay, by adding some color to your paper. So it's like stark white. You can see the difference when you're blending on color, okay? Let's just grab a little bit of ink here. I'm looking to see if we're in the... So this is kind of like it's an okay size, but a larger would be better to have to blend, because you're going to find it's a little harder to work with your holding it and everything. By just generally, if you want the deep color, you should start at the bottom and kind of work your way up, so it ends up a lighter shade by the time you reach the top of your paper. See how the glass mat is picking up all that extra ink there? Let's add a little bit more right here. There we go. And I want it kind of deep down here and work my way up to the top. So it's, you know, your brush is kind of running out of ink. And I want to add in a little bit of fresh freesia. I want to pinken up the bottom a little bit more, okay? So let me just add a little bit of fresh freesia on there, freesia. There we go. See how that lifted a little bit? There. You can even blend two colors together as well on here to get a totally different look. Let's get a little bit more. There. And then, as I said, you might want to take your cloth afterwards and just, because ink does sit on top of that gold foil, and just give it a little burnish just to get it so it brightens up your paper. So that's just a little blending tip for you, okay? Similar, and no two papers are gonna come out the same, so that way, starting with the larger piece also will get a little more uniformity to whatever project you're working on as well. Okay, let's look at some other samples that I got, and I'm looking for my cleaning cloth here. What did I do with, oh, sitting right here in front of me, Nancy. So let's just wipe up this ink so we don't get it all over the place. And let me just give it a little dry here. There we go. All right, so that's the one we made today. So if making this pop-up on the inside overwhelms you, then you could just simply make it totally plain by having just a piece of cardstock on the inside, okay? So there's that one with this plaid-y type background, okay? This one I added another heart in too, so you could just have fun with it. Now here's the kind of like that bubble bath where I blended it on the back and really accented with more gold accents. And here I embossed the gold foil here with that softly sophisticated embossing folder. That's another celebration choice. Colleen, the glass mat is kind of cool. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like the black that I did. So, and regarding the glass mat, it's only, you know, the option to get it is through Celebration, because I don't think, I'm pretty sure Stampin' Up! Is not going to offer the glass mats for sale. Okay, so I even did did a piece also for the envelope. Isn't that pretty? So little different, you know, type generic. So let's see here. let me do that. Okay, here we got Flirty Flamingo right there. And then here's the pop-up for the inside. I did that marbly look background right there. I think I'm going to have to add something over there. All right. All right, you ready for purple? So we got lots of purple going on here, right? So just really similar, just a lot of blending and just having fun with it. And look at that inside. Isn't that really, really cool? That gold just really sparkles, doesn't it? So flashy little card. So, oh, I don't know. I don't know if it needs any more bling. What do you guys think? Does it? I think the hearts is just enough bling for it. I don't know. Maybe I'll put some on the label itself. I'll have to, on the circle. So anyway, so, okay, let me know your favorite color. Do you love the purple? Do you love the pink bubble bath? Do you like the Flirty Flamingo? Or do you like the reds? And do you love that pop-up? So I hope you feel inspired. And just remember, here's my host code for January if you need to place an order for any of these supplies, whether ribbon or cardstock or whatever. So you can get some of this celebration paper for free. And also make sure you go and check out my website and sign up for my newsletter. That is filled with inspiration. And there's tutorials in there as well for you to have and add to your library. So I hope it inspires you. So come back on Wednesday, next Wednesday at 3 p.m. for some more Creative Ink. There's gonna be a buzz here to create with. So hopefully that gives you a hint what we're gonna be working with next week. So just remember, it's gonna be buzzing here in my craft area. So, okay, maybe one rhinestone on the center circle. Yeah, I think so too. So probably maybe this gold one, Colleen, like this little one. So let's add that, and I think that will be perfect. So let's add a gold one right here, right now. There, how is that? Whoops, is that better? Here we go. There we go. Maybe I'll go back to my desktop here so you guys can see that a little bit better, because it's never great. So I just did that. So hopefully that looks good. Okay, I think that will do it, everybody. Have an awesome weekend. I'll be crafting, enjoying chicken fajitas, and remind me about the recipe. Maybe I could include that in my newsletter. I'll see. I'm not the greatest because it's something I got off Pinterest. So I'll have to, I don't know if I can share a link. I'll have to figure it. I just printed it, so I'll see what I can do about sharing the recipe for the fajitas, because it's an easy, so easy to make. So anyways, all right, love the pop-up. So hard to choose, Carol. Okay, oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you for joining me, and have an awesome weekend, and get in your craft area and create, share, and inspire others.